Well, welcome back to our countdown of the top 20 Stormers of all time. And joining us today is pitcher Dwayne Pollok. And Dwayne, a lot of the vote went toward the people. The longer you were with the Barnstormers, the more likely you were to get in. But you had 2 years certainly worthy of this honor. Best win-loss record of all time, and the second highest win total of all time in just 2 years. So congratulations on your accomplishments in Lancaster, and congrats on making the top 20 voted on by the fans and our local expert panel.
Man, I tell you what, I appreciate it, Dave, and everybody in Lancaster. I've always loved playing there, and it was probably the best 2 years of my life in baseball. Just going out there and you know, not knowing what to expect because I actually didn't have a place to play there for a little while, and until I called up Butch and the organization, and then they went after me with open arms, and I just tried to make the best of the situations that I was put in, and it all worked out for me. So I really appreciate it. And yeah, like you said, it feels weird because I was only there for 2 seasons, but I really lost myself in those 2 seasons, and really buckled down and got it done. So it's a real honor. I
Well, you're the
appreciate it.
first guy in Atlantic League history to win back-to-back Pitcher of the Year honors. Now, it has been accomplished since then with Darrell Thompson of Southern Maryland doing
Hmm.
it 3 times in a row. But still, that's an amazing accomplishment.
Yes, and I mean, it was also amazing too that when I did win the first one, I mean, it was just, I mean, I didn't expect anything like that. I just went out there and pitched just like I normally do with my whole career. I never really tried to imagine myself being of top honors and everything like that, and trying to win records and things like that. I just wanted to play baseball. And that whole span of 2 years or 2 seasons, which was really surreal because I went from winning pitcher of the year with you guys in Lancaster, and then immediately I was shipped off to Venezuela, and I also won the pitcher of the year award there in the Winter Ball League. And as I was doing that, I worked out. I came back and then did it again with Lancaster. It was just amazing span of 3 different types of seasons that I had. That was just remarkable and amazing to me. And I just, like I said, I just kind of lost myself in it. And so it was an amazing stint there for 3 different seasons there.
And
So
all the great accomplishments you had actually led to a couple moments of disappointment. One was the fact the Barnstormers couldn't win the championship in 2012, and a lot of us talk about it. Probably the best team that Lancaster has ever assembled. The Stormers, 88 wins that year, 4 guys winning 13 or more games, and yet it all fell apart over the span of about 24 hours at Long Island, and I know how disappointing that was.
oh yeah, that was very heartbreaking, especially the way we lost it too. I mean, just a late inning sacrifice squeeze and 2 outs, no one expecting it, and just the way it went down was just so like heartbreaking. It was like a dagger, because all of us we weren't complacent by saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to go ahead and walk through this thing," but we knew we were good, and we knew we were going to get uh, ready to go for that extra inning ball game because I said, if we get an extra innings, we're going to win this thing. And sure enough, they just took it right out of our hands there at the end. And it was very heartbreaking to our team because we were so close knit in that group. Butch and everybody, we put together a heck of a team that year. And what was really unique about that team is not just because we were good talent wise, we were also, I mean, everyone on that team had each other's back. We were all best friends. We were all ready to roll. There was not one incident where we had a problem in the clubhouse or anything like that. We all had one goal. Everybody got along. It was just a really good team and a really good, you know, uh, mixture of ball players. And it really hurt us that we couldn't bring home that championship
And
because,
that, well, that was, you bring up a point, because I was talking to a couple of the other guys earlier today, and that's kind of the Stormer way, is to have that tight knit clubhouse, and I think that's carried a long way through the franchise history.
Oh, 100%. It don't matter who's in the dugout. And of course, I mean, current manager, Ross, I mean, winning championships and stuff like that, following the footsteps of Butch and the other good managers that were there before. And, that's just the way that they build teams. He learned from the best of how to build a team. And, Ross himself was that person in the clubhouse too. So it reflects his team, and that's the guys he wants. He wants guys to battle. He wants guys to go to work. He wants guys to not stop working and getting better. And he also wants that family type atmosphere, and that's why Lancaster's been so successful. I mean, they have one of the most successful programs I think in baseball as far as minor league baseball. So, um, you know, so it's a good vibe to be a part of the organization. So
I brought up there were two disappointments. That was one. The second one was sort of a personal accomplishment that you never got to. 2013, you won 18 games. There were 4 or 5 starts left in the season, and number 19 to set the league record, which you would still hold individually, by the way, just never came around. And unfortunately, it sort of spelled the beginning of the end because your career didn't last much longer.
no, see, well, I mean, yeah, it was heartbreaking just because I think bottom line is I broke down. It was one of those things where going strong for 5 seasons straight, pitching in the spring and then going to winter ball and then having maybe a span of 2 or 3 months in between there just to recover and just doing it all over again, and all that stuff. It kind of took its toll on my body a little bit. You noticed right there at the end, I skipped some starts, just because of injury and rehabilitation and things like that. And I just wanted to get ready to go. I actually started that last game. Butch wanted me to start that last game, and I lasted a couple innings, but it's just one of those things that just comes about. That's when I knew it was time. I wanted to rehabilitate myself and get ready to go to Venezuela that year because I was out for a big year that year with them, and my arm just didn't respond very well. So kind of lost my fastball. Nothing structurally wrong, just kind of got fatigued, and it just kind of didn't work for me anymore, and I didn't want to spend any time getting back and trying to either extend my career or get hurt doing it. So offers started coming in from Japan, things like that, and I couldn't give them what I really was doing the prior years. So I felt like they weren't going to get the player that they needed, that they saw on paper and on film. So I just decided to go ahead and start my life with my wife and keep moving forward. And baseball's always been a part of my life and still is because now I'm living it through my son now, who's 7 years old, and he's getting ready to start his season this Saturday. So or next Saturday.
Nice. And still teaching the youngins, are you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Still Johnny PE here. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
you work with the real young ones. You work with the elementary school kids.
Yes, I do. Yeah, and they're a hoot. Let me tell you, every day is a smiling day, and you never know what you're gonna get when you see them every day.